Are you caught under the shame blanket? And hello, if you don't know me, my name is Liz. I'm an intuitive psychic medium, and today I'd like to talk to you about identifying shame and 3 ways that you can begin to heal through it. Shame is often a deeply uncomfortable emotion tied to a sense of unworthiness or failure, and it can show up in a multitude of ways. The first is physical signs. You might feel flushed or wanting to shrink or hide. The second is emotionally. You may have persistent self-criticism, fear of rejection, or a sense of just not being good enough. And the third is behaviorally, avoiding social situations, withdrawing, or overcompensating to gain approval. To identify shame, you need to observe your thoughts and feelings, especially in situations where you feel judged or inadequate. So here's 3 ways to work through shame and come out from under what I call the shame blanket. The first is to practice self-awareness. Reflect on what triggers your shame. Ask yourself, when do I feel ashamed? What thoughts or situations bring it on? And walk those triggers back to your childhood and your primary caregivers, or your teen years and your peers, because these are the people who most likely first imprinted your shame. Journaling or mindfulness practices can help you identify and distance yourself from shameful thoughts. Research healing shame on YouTube, on podcasts, or in books. The more you educate yourself, the more your self-awareness will heighten. The second way is to challenge shame narratives. Identify the beliefs behind your shame, like I'm unlovable, I always fail, I'm not enough. Question their truth. Is this fact or feeling? Did you first tell yourself these things, or did someone else tell you these things? Or did no one tell you, but you just felt it? Sometimes people imprint shame upon us in a passive-aggressive manner, and it becomes more internalized and responsive over time. Reframe these beliefs by focusing on your strengths and achievements. What are you good at? What are your best qualities? Are you a good friend? Are you honest? Are you empathetic? Remember that we can control and change our perceptions. No one else can do that for us. A third way is to cultivate connection. Share your feelings with a trusted person or group. Vulnerability with others can break the isolation that shame creates. And again, this is a great time to research groups, pages, or content where other people share their experiences. You will soon see that you are not alone as you may feel under your shame blanket. Seek support through therapy where you can process and reframe shame in a safe, non-judgmental environment and learn new, practical coping skills for handling your triggers. Make the appointment. These are just beginner steps to commence healing your shame narrative and imprints. Remember that you are not your shame, and you can release it with consistent healing and practice. And in time, you'll be able to crawl out from under the blanket and walk away from it altogether. If you have an experience with healing shame, please tell me about it in the comments. Please join me Friday nights when I go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, please do so through the link in my bio to my website. If there's a certain topic you'd like to hear me speak about, please drop it in the comments as well. And if you'd like to know more, follow for more.